Hi, Carla.
Hi, Sinem.
What challenges do the emerging economies of the Caribbean face in decarbonizing the shipping industry?
Yes, as we all may know in this shipping industry, transportation is changing very fast as the world is trying to address climate change by reducing greenhouse gas emissions. However, most research on this decarbonization of logistics and the shipping industry just focuses on the developed nations. And a lot of studies, including a study from the World Bank, suggest that in the coming decades, freight traffic and related carbon emissions will grow a lot more rapidly in developing countries. Therefore, it's crucial to examine the decarbonization challenges these developing countries face and how they can learn more from developed nations. One of the present questions that we have in the Caribbean is, can emerging economies overcome the dilemma of increasing transport CO2 emissions while also trying to lift the populations out of poverty through economic development? Here are some of the challenges, which is your main question in this regard. The first one would be policies. Current policies and regulations are inadequate for managing transport sector emissions. For example, the Dominican Republic, which is at the moment the logistic hub of the region, has not yet ratified the MARPOL Annex 6. Therefore, local regulations on decarbonization of the shipping industry are not enforced in our region. Empowering policymakers and governments is crucial for this task. And another challenge would be, which is very important, is training. Authorities and decision makers need more training sessions to gain the skills necessary to identify and to implement effective transfer policies. Developed countries and the IMO could facilitate this knowledge, we think. And this would involve policymakers and also stakeholders from other neighbor countries of the region. We also have a challenge with the supply chain management, which is more in the commercial aspect of this. That would be a more improved if logistic planning and supply chain management would be optimized to enhance efficiency and reduce emissions. Another one that is connected is economic incentives. Decarbonizing requires capital investments and involves complex networks of subcontractors. Therefore, providing economic incentives such as tax breaks for adopting low carbon fuels and plans for rapid infrastructure development is essential. And lastly, but not less important, we have commercialization, which is more of the commercial part. Logistic companies have struggled to commercialize decarbonized services because, of course, it's more expensive. A new approach could be help attract customers and improve margins while also reducing emissions. And in summary, Sinem, there's a need for a tailor-made assessment framework and mitigation strategies as well. The goal for all of us would be to assess decision makers on their path to climate neutrality and the transformation towards sustainable logistic hubs, which is our main goal at the moment.
Thank you, Carla, for your valuable input. Goodbye.
Thank you, Sinem. Bye-bye.